a different camera setup again, mainly because I have to keep moving it, because I've only got the one tripod. I'll just send some messages out to let people know that we've started. Bear with me one momento. Right. So we are doing a number of different pens today. We are going to do Dupras, or however you say the name. So this is Copper Cauldron. We're going to do one of mine, which is a variation on the Greek pottery blanks that I've been doing. So, which is simply black, white, and orange. We're going to do an acrylic. So with this one, I'm going to try and get it so that the pattern matches throughout the pen. We're going to do ebonite, which with the release of the Kaweco or Kaweco, or however you say it, ebonite pen, and show you how to work with it. Another one of mine, which is just a very translucent grey with some really nice swirling at the back at one end. Another green one, because I like my green pens. A turned, this is called Arctic Fox, which is a creamy, so cream transitioning into grey and silver. And then this one, which is called Black Ice, which, as you can see, this is a not very square blank at all. So that's how we get over the annoyance in the oddness of size. So one end is pretty square-ish, the other end is more oblong. I've already got the parts for the cap and the section already cut off from a previous pen. So it's just a barrel on that one. Got a bit of shaping to do on these bits. So I've made the Betalist to go with these two sections. I've got that's a customer order that just needs finishing off. Then I've got to do some bits for this. So that's one of the rainbow pens. I've got to remake parts of it and just slot them in and glue them together. But first things first, that's for the last part of the week. Maybe off camera. But first things first, I think we'll turn this one down to round, see if it's actually usable. Be a pain in the backside if it's not, but these things happen. So, lose my head if it wasn't screwed on. So we'll do the noisy thing first. Which is the turning from square to round. So the acrylic one's going to be the really noisy one. This one is not going to be too noisy because it's a Limalite, which is quite soft. But we'll give it a go. We're just going to see which side is going to be better to work with. I think it's going to be that side going in. Some jaws. and the other side being the one that gets turned. Of course that won't fit in there, so it's going to be a case of measuring it the old-fashioned way. Feel free to use the chat, let me know how you're doing. A bit of a natter. Not sure we're going to get a usable blank out of this, which is going to be annoying because they were expensive. Not only is it not yeah, that's very annoying. Luckily, I've got a better one. So that one I'll probably have to turn a different way. So what you want is when that's secured there, you want this side to be turning in the middle of the blank when it's square. And you can check that by basically just doing a cross. It's close enough. Come on. I hate Allen keys. Hopefully that noise from outdoors won't be heard on the screen. If it is, let me know. Almost forgot. Oh, someone has said hello. Hello, how are you? Now this bit's going to be a bit noisy. Which centre hole? What, drilling it out? Drilling it out will come after it's been turned down a little bit and after the ends have been threaded. So basically, when the pen is in that sort of state, so the end here is threaded, and then as you can see, that's not been drilled out yet, so that will get drilled out, and then I'll end up shaping it. Shaping is generally the last thing that happens apart from sanding. So that's now round. So these acrylic ones will be a bit louder than that because they're a harder material. So a bit of a volume warning. How's the volume, by the way, for the microphone picking up my voice? Cool, thank you very much. Just didn't know whether I had to project my voice a bit more. You can see I've got bits of blank in my hair already. Right, so these are all going to be Osiris model pens, which, if I get my dodgy drawings out again. So Osiris is a round cap like that, comes down. So you've got a pyramid at the end there, and then flat facets that go down like that. Because it would help if I had that on camera rather than, you know, drawing it off camera. So rounded cap, pyramid, so four-sided pyramid, and then the flat sections coming down, transitioning to a round pen. So there's a bit of a mixture of flat facets that I like doing and traditional sort of cigar shaped pen. I want it. I just noticed that because I wasn't able to do this up tight enough, so one thing about doing this is you have to make sure that you've got a cover on your drink if you've got one. Otherwise bits flying in your drink, you end up swallowing it, which isn't pleasant. So I'm just feeling to see whether there are any flat bits. So there's still a minor flat bit on this bit coming around, but that will get turned down when we make the pen. That's fine. So as you can see, there's still a little bit of a flat bit going down there, but for the most part that's round, which is absolutely fine, because that flat bit, we can get rid of that when we're turning the pen, because that will sit between the jaws. It won't affect the overall roundness. The general rule of turning these square to round is keep your goggles on and your mouth shut, because otherwise you'll get a mouthful of debris. So there's that one now round. One more to go. It's already been centre marks. Out of all the jobs in the workshop, this is the one I like the least. I'll try and sort this camera out a bit. Is that better? It's also one of the messiest jobs because it goes everywhere. Right, they're all round. And stop that annoying job. Determined not to swear this stream. I know it might be hard for me, but you never know. I might get it done. Unless Brad turns up, then I might tease him a little bit. Please tell me this one's the same size. Hey, found another one. Right. There. Right, so I've got a cap and barrel there. I could make the section straight away, but I'm going to turn the others down to size. So we're going to do quite slim ones, probably about 14.5 to 15 mil. And a mixture of materials. So these are all for the London Pen Show, so I'm going to try and get them done before that, which is in a few, about 3 weeks. If we get these done, then we'll start getting some of the weirder ones done, like the bast, which is the one with the cat ears. So we'll start by just turning the sections. It doesn't really matter where we start on these ones, so I'm going to try and get them so that they match. So crap, I haven't had lunch. And there goes the no swearing. So this is just making turning the tenons down for the sections. So it's going to be about 12 mil for the main body of the section to begin with, and then about 9, 10 for the tenon for the threads. That's 13.5, so 1.5 to go. It's about 700 on this measuring device. So that should be about 12. Yeah, 12.1, that'll be. So I can then zero my measuring tool, so I know that all of the others are going to be 12.1. There's the tenon. So we'll chop all these off together. So section's generally the first bit that I make, just because everything about the size of the pen is determined by the section. I have a very simple way of organising things. Stuff that's to do is this end, stuff that's done is the other end. So I'll do this one next. Let's see. Sometimes I'll need to put a centre hole. That is wobbly as anything. So what we'll do then is we'll put it fully in so it don't wobble. Basically, the further it is in the jaws, the straighter it will tend to be when you're turning it. So if you have it right on the tips of the jaws, that will wobble all over the place unless it's secured this end. See that there? See? So this material's got a lot of inclusions in it, so you'll generally find that you'll either get a lot of dips or the surface won't be completely flat when you're turning it, or smooth I should say. It can cause a problem when you're threading it, but hello. How are you? Hungry. Forgot to have lunch. It's over there. Hang on, I need to open the chat. I can't see that. With me 1 second. Tuna, green olive on seeded. I've got BLT and some. Let's check Dennis's lunch bag. BLT, full sugar Pepsi, some vegetable gyozas things, and a packet of sweeties. Hi, Brad. Brad, have you ever used this? Let's see if I can get a bit of light on it. I could. Who's that directed at, Brad? What we're doing. Right. Which do I want to be, the barrel and cap? I can't really tell yet. I think I'd put the section in this end. Yeah, so we'll go for that. It's a pen blank, mate. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing my trusty leather apron, t-shirt and jeans. It's this stuff. Can you see that? Come on, focus, stupid camera. It would help if I could hold it. Oh, they are blue ice aluminite, black ice aluminite, and other ones that are called ice. They've got lots of like strands of metal going through them. Uh, Mixed. What? Someone asks me what I'm wearing, and I tell them what I'm wearing. Exotic blanks. They're nice. They're just a pain in the butt to work with because of the metal. Yeah, it does. It's a pain, especially when you're threading a cap, because then it sort of it has a tendency to split where the metal is. And they're not cheap either, which is annoying. Hi, Fox. Yeah, it is. I'm going to have to have a mouthful of sandwich. Bear with me. Bloody starving. Right. That end. I have a blank with gold leaf in it. This is one that I did. That seems I've done. That's the second one of them. The last one I did worked fine. But that's the. I think that's the. I think I made that out of the epoxy stuff rather than the clear sloe. Doesn't bother me. I ordered. I've ordered a pen from another pen maker. One that I used to follow before I started making pens. Right, so ebonite. I ordered one from Scriptorium. Yeah, they are. Postage never bothered. Well, it's much of muchness really. I just factor it in with the price of what I'm buying. Yeah, I know. I saw that. In the short time I've been doing the streams, I've noticed that the sensor on Twitch is a bit trigger happy. So I tend to be quite careful about swearing. What does the video? Oh God, yeah. I swear like a trooper most of the time. Fox would know. Ah. Yes, I do, Fox. That's one of mine. As is that one. Hello, Mr. Teal. Sorry, I missed you there. Oh, what? So we can't take the sticky out of you then, Brad? Mr. Till, why do you have a little hat by your name? Oh, okay. Hello, wife. Bye-bye, wife. It's not a crown, it's a little hat. Crowns are gold. So a hat then. Although, it kind of looks like a little paper boat. Do you know what? I'm genuinely surprised that Amazon don't offer boat trips up to the Amazon. This is another one of mine, Fox. Oh, what's this? That's the thing which I can then use that. Let's see if I can get them to focus. There we go. An ice cream tub of resin. Right, so those two bottles, which are £8 each, it's pounds in weight, they cost just shy of 200 quid. If you go to House of Resin, they've got different ones there. Depends what you're using it for, and whether it's going to be put in a pressure pot or not. Right, so we're going to have to do this one differently because it's a small bit. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, resin's not cheap. Unfortunately, I wish it was sometimes. Or decent resin, anyway. So, cost for making something out of resin, I mean, you're looking at the resin cost, those were 200 quid, so that's an ongoing cost. You've got the pressure pot, which is probably between 300 and 500. You've got the compressor, which is probably between 40 and 80 for one the right size. You've got heating because this has to be kept at a certain temperature, which is about 20 degrees, whilst it's curing. Otherwise, it doesn't cure properly. You've got the electricity to run it for however long it takes to set. So the stuff that I've got is set in about 4 to 6 hours. There are resins you get which they've got to be kept under pressure for days. And then you've got all the additives and the colours and everything else on top. So it ain't cheap. It depends where you get the compressor from and how big it is. My one's tiny. But it's got just enough oomph in it to get it to pressure. Yeah. Something that, well, it's the size and what you want out of it, really. That's the restrictive bit there. Brad's probably better to talk to than me, Fox, because I only have a very basic knowledge when it comes to resins and different ones. I can count on 2 fingers how many different resins I've used. Oh, I forgot there's the cost of the moulds as well. Right, so that's just getting rid of the little nubbins left over from cutting the blanks. And just prepping the other side for the drilling out. What am I doing? Threading. So most of these materials are fine to work with. You've got the acrylics, which are a bit brittle. They can be a bit of a pain. I've got an Alumilite resin with lots of inclusions, which again, the inclusions make it brittle and they can snap when you're turning things or when you're threading things that are too thin. Normal Alumilite's fine. And then there's ebonite. Ebonite stinks. It smells of farts and burnt rubber. And is the quickest way to get my wife out of the workshop. Just have to start turning that stuff, and she is long gone because she hates the smell. See, I know with Alumilite, it's very, some people love it, some people hate it. It's one of those ones that is quite divisive. Shit. Did I ruin the threads? Doesn't look like it. See you later. Right. I'm going to have to check these threads because I think I might have messed them up. Oh, they're good. Thank Christ for that. See you next time. See you later. 5 viewers. Hello everyone. It's a lot for this channel. Just making some sections. I've got about an hour and a bit left. So we'll probably get the sections done today, drilled out and threaded. Maybe shaped. And we'll do the shaping of the main bodies, or the bits threading and the bits of the main bodies tomorrow. And Friday, hopefully, if we get everything done tomorrow, we will be doing. Is that a hole? That is a big hole. Sanding on Friday, hopefully. If not, it means I have a weekend in shop. Hello and thank you. It was my experiment. I thought I'd try something to see whether I could do it or not and what it looked like. And as I've said before, gives you people something interesting to look at as you're staring at my hands most of the time. Right, so we're going to do some Bock and some Yovo. So a bit of a mixture of nibs. So that orange one will be a Bock. So we go Bock. Bock. Yellow. Do like that. So these ones are all going to be Bock nibs. These ones are going to be Yovo. So I need to get another cup. These paper cups are the way I organise everything. And what we'll do is, as we're turning them, we'll chuck them in there. So we'll do the Bock ones first. So they need threaded from the back side first. Not threaded. Drilled. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with my nails next time I'm on, or next time I do them for the stream. So I had green with a yellow stripe down the other day. Got the ladybirds today. I'll figure out something. Give me something to think about. Always up for suggestions though. Let's see how deep the hole is. That's not that deep. Hopefully that'll be removed when the shaping. Right, so that's the Bock ones. We've got 4 Yovo ones. Just need a different drill bit. Where's my nib? There's my nib. What we'll do is we'll drill through the same way we did the other ones, just using the correct drill bit for that type of nib. So this is the one we're going to have to put the lube on because it's ebonite, and ebonite heats up really quickly and scorches. Have to speed up a little bit, I think. Go over there for the completed sections. down there. So we'll switch over to the Bock ones. Take that drill bit out of there. That one goes in. Right, so that's out. So on this bit, it's just drilling to the end of that collar. So that's all the drilling done for the Bock ones. There's a little bit extra I need to do to those, which is just turning a little lip on the end. For the Yovo ones, they need an extra bit in the end because they've got an extra sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? A thicker diameter bit on the end of the section for the nib unit. And then what I need to do is I need to mark how far the nib unit goes and drill out from the back end with a different drill bit because a converter won't fit down the hole which is currently drilled in the back end. So at the moment they're utterly useless until I can get that done. Whereas with the Bock ones, they're ready to be threaded. If the lip of the nib unit is exposed slightly, most people don't worry about that. I just like them to be flush. That end done. So I could thread that. That would be that the nib would fit in there, but it wouldn't go in. The converter wouldn't go in the other end. So what we do is we get the Bock drill bit from the back end. Put that in there. Make sure that is the right one actually. Yeah, just get a nib. There's the nib. There's the nib. And pen. So pop that where you think it's going to drill it in to, which is about there. Mark that on your section. So that's how far your converter's got to go. And I think I've done this before. Yeah. So there's a mark on my drill bit and how far that goes in. And in theory, that should leave a wider bit inside the section for the threads of the nib unit. So what I'll do is I shall quickly do this one and just confirm that before I do the others, because I'd rather just mess up one than mess up all three. I don't like making mistakes, especially when you're this far in. So in theory that should be right. I know I'm saying in theory a lot. hopefully, see, not in theory this time, hopefully this should be right. I'll just thread that as far as you want. Reverse. Nib unit ready. So that goes in that end, no problem at all. That goes in that end, no problem at all. So we know that that drill bit that I had, which I marked the orange on, that is the right. That is right, basically. So we can now finish off these. We're being very careful about drilling the back end. So I'll drill them all out. So ebonite's quite forgiving with this sort of stuff. Acrylic isn't, so this may break. Because we're only we've got a hole already drilled and we're just shaving off a little bit more from the inside, so it's not as bad as going into a material and doing a first initial hole. As always, check each one with the shop nibs. Make sure that they're fitting right and there's no sort of additional tension needed to turn them. Over time, ebonite threads, as the temperature changes, they can become a bit stiff. So that's the one to watch out for on this stage. See, that's fine. Ow. Hello.
If you hadn't turned around, I would have been closer so that everyone could see it. We're home.
Hello.
I'm collecting the confetti.
We'll do that again someday.
Looks like I haven't drilled through fully with the ebonite.
I'm collecting the confetti.
So we'll just switch back to that one.
confetti.
So that voice is my daughter Freya. Say hello, Freya. Okay. She's collecting the confetti from a confetti bomb they just popped at me. That was the loud bang. So initially, that one's going to be fine. We'll wait until that one dries out and cools down a bit, and we'll see what that one's actually like. So that's all of the Ovo ones done. Pretty painless, apart from I now have an earache. She's gone now. She got embarrassed when I suggested that she say hello. So with the Bock ones, I've got 3 taps that I go through. I've got the initial tap, secondary tap, and the other one. It's the technical term. Scrittura Elegante. Yeah, I know what you mean. Scrittura Elegante. Petra. So I did a collaboration with them. So they have an exclusive design, one of my pens, which hopefully they'll be bringing any of the remaining ones to the pen show. Hello again.
I'm going to collect some more confetti.
Are you going to say hello?
No.
You're not? They've said hello to you. There's a message on here that says hello, Freya.
Still, no.
Okay.
Teddy,
Yes.
was the confetti bomb exciting?
Yes, it hurt my ears.
Was it that exciting?
Yep. Right, so this is the secondary tap. So this one is tapered slightly differently to the first one. Allows the threads to go a bit deeper. Then you've got the bottoming tap, which allows the threads to go right to the end. Much like sanding, it's all about getting rid of the last lot of, well, not getting rid of, but assisting the last lot that you've done. Why are you collecting the confetti, Freya?
To protect my money. Because I have a little money box.
Okay.
And it actually has a lid. So when it spills, it just doesn't.
Okay. Right, so that's the second thread done, last one, and then it's shaping the sections, which we should get done by 4 o'clock. What?
How long
How long are the videos? This one is 1 hour, 50 minutes and 25 seconds.
What the heck?
Oh, I'm covered in grease.
Why?
Because I've been making pens, and it always happens when I'm making pens. I know you are, Freya, but what am I? Right, so that's all of the sections threaded. So all in all, that's 4, 8 sections threaded and made, ready for the nibs. They just need shaping, which is the easy bit. So I no longer have to separate them between Bock and Yovo. I can just put them all in together because they're all getting shaped. And they're all getting shaped the same way. None of these are custom orders, so there's no specific shape I need to stick to.
Workshop, and I want these to
Right, so we've got my files. We have my file cleaner. It's just a wire brush, really. The sandpaper to get rid of the file marks. And we've got a little brass mount to put into the machine. Like that, and as you can see, that was a sharp corner, but because of all the sanding that's happened on that, it's slowly worn away, so that's actually quite curved now. So I've got 10 sections to shape, so I've got the 2 for the baseless that I've just finished shaping. So that's all of these. I've forgotten to do something because I'm an idiot.
they're not, Daddy.
Let's see if it needs it first. Yes, it does need it. So this will be a relatively quick step. So it's just boring out the end of the pen a little bit. Are you watching, are you?
I'm watching the video. I'm making it.
Okay. Right, so this is set up for doing caps, so I just need to bring this in. Almost all the way. That's it. So that's now flush. So I'll do that a couple more times. How deep I actually bore out is not something I ever measure. It's almost guesswork. Right, back to where I thought I was. So you've got the brass insert into the lathe, 2 teeth in. It's about there. So all I'm doing is I'm just doing a small trough in the middle. So I wanted to turn this one a little bit smaller because there was that big hole from the bubble in it. I just wanted to make sure that I got rid of that. Looks like I have. Hopefully this won't be too shy of 10 mil on the pinch. Well, that's not right. 9.5. So a little bit thinner than I would like, but still, it's fine. Yeah. Hang on. I can't hear you. Wait a minute, let me turn the machine off and I'll answer your question. What was the question?
Is there a 100 in a 100?
Is there a 100 in the 100? What do you mean? So this one I've got to be careful with because there's a lot of inclusions. You too. Bye bye. It's got lots of inclusions in it, so this may shatter upon shaking. Not saying it will, just might do. I didn't measure the other one. So where's my calipers? Where are my calipers? Where have I put the caliper? There. It's 9.98 and it's 10.02. So I generally tend to aim for 10mm on the pinch because that's what I find quite comfortable. And people have commented that my sections tend to be quite comfortable to use, so I figured I might be right on that one. It's 10 dead on. Yes, my love.
What if there was a book actually called Den's Pens?
what if there was a book called Den? I think that would be a pretty cool book. Maybe you could write me a book called Den's Pens.
But like hand pens.
Maybe. So once these are all shaped, I'm going to stop for the day. So I've got stuff I need to do off camera.
First I'm gonna do this half, then I'm gonna do that bit.
Okay. It's 9.92. Well, we're at halfway through these. What time is it? It's just gone 4. I was aiming to finish at about 4. So it's not too much longer. Acrylic's a bit tougher for shaping, so this one might take a little bit longer. A bit thicker, 10.5. It's not a problem. Generally speaking, I try and keep within a 0.5 of a mil tolerance either side. Because I'm doing these by hand and I'm not measuring them as such. I'm only measuring them after they're done. I figured that's a sensible tolerance to go with. So we've got room for manoeuvre. So these are tight coming in and out of here, well, coming out of here because the friction causes the threads to, so as that's spinning, that's getting tighter. So the friction that I'm doing that way is that spinning is causing that to go tighter in there, which is why it's a bit tight coming out.
Did you know that the confetti bomb is made out of an empty? But it is.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
It's very, very thick. See?
Oh yeah.
Am I clever?
You are.
Daddy,
Hmm.
can't believe confetti can go all the way over there.
I know.
It's crazy.
Do you know what else is crazy? Do you know what else is crazy?
What?
You.
Yeah. Always.
Very.
As always.
Yep. Right. So that's all 10 section shapes ready for sanding. So I can go up there. Got a few bits and pieces I need to do offline now. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Hope you have a good afternoon or evening or morning or night. Hello anyone on YouTube if you're watching. Right, take care. Bye bye.